Hello everyone. In this presentation we're going to talk about common red flags as well as false positives for AI generated content in student submissions. We'll discuss some common indicators of AI usage as well as common false positives that will trigger a falsely elevated AI score. First, common red flags. A sudden writing change and jump in quality or tone should be evaluated by faculty, as this may be an indicator of AI generation. Several examples are included here. Overly perfect, flawless, and mechanical writing with every single submission can also be a common red flag for AI generation use. These submissions read like professional textbooks and not like student submissions. The loss of the student's voice or clinical perspective is a very common red flag. Students who should incorporate their personal experience based on the assignment prompt or content and fail to do so may serve as a red flag for AI generation use. Overly generic content is also a red flag for AI generation, such as talking about broad terms such as patient-centered care without providing specifics, examples, or more in-depth analysis. Reference and citation issues are a very common red flag for AI generation. Irregularities such as journals that don't exist, groupings of authors that have not published together, inaccurate information, and incorrect DOIs can all be red flags for AI generation. Here are several examples. And these are just a few more examples for your consideration. Mismatch between the submission content and the assignment prompt are also common red flags for AI generation use. A student who submits a paper, discussion board, or reflective assignment that does an excellent job explaining a different or related concept but does not address the assignment prompt could be AI generated. The common formatting used by large AI language models should also trigger faculty suspicion. This includes bolding of key terms, frequent use of listing, as well as frequent use of em-dashes. This is an example of AI formatting. The bolding of key terms as well as the inclusion of an em-dash could be indicative of AI engine use. Now let's discuss some common false positives that will trigger your AI scores, but may not be indicative of AI use. Consistent writing that aligns with previous submissions could reflect authentic authorship. The inclusion of personal or clinical experience and insight is another common false positive for elevated AI scores. In these situations, the student may have used Grammarly or a similar tool. Sections that require structured academic writing often will also trigger AI scoring. This includes literature reviews and methodology sections. An example is provided here. In addition, AI detection tools have traditionally shown a bias against non-native English speakers. While many companies are attempting to address this in their current tools, it should be noted that these students still use Grammarly or a similar tool to help with their writing convention. Also, the use of structured formats like SOAP notes or Pico questions can falsely trigger elevated AI scores. Using the Turnitin AI scoring system Any score above 20% indicates an increased likelihood of AI-generated text and should prompt faculty review. However, it is important that you analyze the submission. You cannot solely rely on an elevated AI score, and several institutions have faced legal challenges after accusing students of misconduct based solely on detection scores. So some best practices for faculty, including verifying that all the references are real, relevant, and correctly cited. And ensure that any use of AI tools complies with the course policy and is also properly cited in the student's reference list. Always evaluate the student work in context and combine your own judgment with that of the AI detection tool. And finally, make sure to speak openly with students about their writing process and inquire about the completion of the assignment. Thank you.